Hey guys, Sandra here. So I feel horrible doing this, but my question and answer video that I totally forgot about, I have answers for you guys finally. I didn't get many questions, so I kind of just left it there, and then I realized, oops, I forgot about it. So I do want to answer your questions. And a long time ago, we're talking Veda from back in April. I did a cloth Q&A and I only got a couple questions there too, so I never did an answers video. So I'm going to combine the two of them and I'm going to do my answers video for you guys now, and I'm just going to hop right in. What do your kids like to do for fun? Jackson, pretty much anything. He likes to just play. But his really favorite thing to do right now is to be outside, out in the backyard, playing in the rocks, playing with his little cars, all that kind of stuff. That's his favorite. Parker's favorite thing to do is to get dirty and mess around and try to catch lizards and bugs and all that kind of stuff. So, and I actually have a new pet, which I will do another video on probably today or tomorrow to show you our pet bullfrog he caught from the backyard about a month ago, and we made a home for it. And yeah, so I'll do another video on that. So anything with bugs and dirt and the regular boy stuff, Parker is like all in for. Trevor likes to play video games and anything to do with football, anything. He likes to go outside in the backyard and play football. He likes to watch football. He likes to play football video games. Anything that has to do with football, reading books about football, looking through his football cards, like baseball cards except for football. Anything to do with football. Do all your kids get along? Well, Jackson gets along with everybody. He's at the age where he's not having an issue with anyone yet, and vice versa. The older kids don't have an issue with Jackson yet. My older two, that's a whole nother story. They either get, like, they're the best of best friends or the worst enemies ever. And it can change from minute to minute, second to second. You can never tell with those two. They're 21 months apart, so I guess that's to be expected. But in the grand scheme of things, overall, they're pretty good friends. What do I do for punishment? So it kind of differs from age to age and from child to child, but for Jackson right now, we try to redirect him before we even punish him. He will be 2 at the end of this week, but if it's not working to redirect and he's throwing a fit or doing something he's really not supposed to do, what I do is timeout. We have a chair and it sits up against the wall, and he does timeout, and it's a minute per age. So it's pretty basic. And then when he gets out of timeout, we don't hug him and kiss him and say, oh, you're okay, you know, because he's obviously upset at the end of timeout. We just reiterate why he was in timeout. So you took your timeout because you were hitting your brother, or you were throwing toys down the stairs, or yada, yada, yada. And I feel if I were to pick him up and calm him down, it would be basically rewarding bad behavior. So that's kind of how we deal with it with him. Parker, we send him to his room to just cool down, calm down. He doesn't have any set time in there. He just needs to go and relax and calm down, because he does get pretty moody pretty quickly. So that's what we do with him. And if the behavior continues, we take things away from him, privileges away. And Trevor does not respond to the calm down thing or anything like that. The only thing he responds to is taking away things that he likes. So the biggest thing is video games and watching football games on TV. So if he's really having behavior issues, I just talk to him and say, you know, if you continue this, we're going to take your video game away for 3 days or a week or whatever, depending on the punishment needed. And if he continues, then yeah, we take the video games away. And then if he still continues, then we say, okay, Sunday night football, you don't get to watch any of it or whatever. But I honestly believe in rewarding for good behavior more than you punish for bad behavior. So we do a lot of reward system type of stuff. So that's how we deal with that. And what does your hubby do for a living? I don't really want to share that because it's a specific field where I don't want you guys to really know where he works or who he works for. So it's kind of like along the line of a construction type field, but not construction at all. So I don't know how else to explain it because I don't want to get too detailed. I don't want to, yeah. How many kids do you want? 3. I've always said I wanted 3 or 4, and we have 3 now, and I'm happy with 3. So 3 would be how many kids I want. What is my favorite food? I like pizza a lot. Call me a kid, but I really like pizza. But I wouldn't say it's my favorite food because you can't have it over and over because then I would get sick of it. I like a good cheeseburger. I mean, we could go to a steak place and I'll get a cheeseburger. But I think my all-time favorite food would have to be chicken because you can cook with it in about everything. And almost anything can be substituted with chicken. So, I mean, casseroles and soups and sandwiches, you can put chicken in about anything. So, for the versatile, whatever, chicken. If you could go anywhere in the world, where would you go and what would you do there? Money is no concern and you can leave your children at home. I would take my kids because anytime I think of a vacation I would want to do or anything, I always think it would be more fun with the whole family. If you ask my husband, he might say differently, but yeah. Me and Chris were actually just talking about this a couple weeks ago. I really, really, really want to go to Ireland. It looks so pretty there, and it's so different from here. And there's so much to see and so much history there. So I'd like to go to Ireland. Don't ask me what part of Ireland because I'm not too familiar with it, but I was actually showing him like pictures of these castles, and that's what I would really love to go do. Is just see like the history and the castles, and I want to stay in a cottage on the water and all these things. But yeah, and without the kids, I would probably want to go to like Amsterdam. That's where my family is from. My grandparents are from there. My grandpa, I think, is from Rotterdam, and my grandma was from Amsterdam or something. I'm not sure, but Holland somewhere, just to kind of see where my family's from. So anyway, what is a good cloth diaper for a starter mom? This is going to be different for every mom, but for me it was a pocket diaper, a one size pocket diaper with a snap closure specifically. That's just my personal preference. What is a good brand to start out with? And that's going to be different for every mom as well. What I started out with was Kula Baby cloth diapers. I got them off of Craigslist. You can get them from eBay for really, really cheap too. But my only suggestion would be don't start off with all of one brand, because just because Fuzzy Buns or Bum Genius or Kula Baby or Rumparoos or Go Green or whatever works for me, doesn't necessarily mean it's going to work for you. So you might want to try a couple different brands, and the reason why I went with a cheap brand at first was because I wanted to make sure it was going to work for our family before I spent a bunch of money on cloth diapers. And oddly enough, the Kula Baby diapers worked really, really well for us all the way through. So we're still loving our Kula Baby diapers. How many diapers is a good start for a first child? I think we started with like 20, and that was pretty good for us. So somewhere around there, I don't know. Depends on how often you want to do laundry. If you're home all the time, you can do laundry every single day, then you don't need as many. If you work out of home and you're not going to be doing laundry every single day, you're going to want more, which was the case for me. I was working out of home at the time, so it kind of just depends on your situation, how often you want to be doing laundry and whatnot. So anyway, that's all the questions, and we're almost to a 10-minute mark here, so thank you for those of you who did ask questions. I really appreciated it because I've been wanting to do a Q&A video for a long time. And anyway, I'll talk to you guys later.